Teresa Leidy prepares as her day of surgery rapidly approaches.
I think I've prepared myself really well, especially cutting back eating.
See how life has changed for Nadine LeBlanc 2 weeks after bariatric surgery.
No more high blood pressure medicine, no more high cholesterol medicine.
Meet April Kohler, whose surgery 1.5 years ago has transformed her life.
And how much is your total weight loss?
106 pounds.
106 pounds. Wow.
Follow Judy Sims for a routine doctor's visit nearly 2 years after bariatric surgery.
So you lost over 20 BMI points.
And 6 patients who have had the surgery sit down to discuss the successes and changes in their lives.
I did it for myself. I did it for my kids.
100% lifestyle change.
Bariatric surgery. Transforming your health.
Yeah. Do you guys want to go play over there? Go ahead.
Teresa Leidy, a working mother of 2 from San Diego, California, has been preparing for bariatric surgery for over 6 months. Her surgery is 1 week away.
I got really large, I like to call it, about 10 years ago. And I just kept putting on the weight, putting on the weight, and putting on the weight.
Teresa and Guy were married 10 years ago. In the next several years, her 2 sons, Nick and Ryan, were born. Since then, her weight steadily rose.
And as the boys were growing up, I couldn't even chase after them. I was always extremely tired. It was just hard.
Teresa's weight rose to 250 pounds with a BMI of 45. In addition, she began suffering from a variety of comorbid conditions. She tried diet after diet, only to gain the weight back and more. Shopping for new clothes as her weight rose became a real chore for Teresa.
I'm up to size 24, and my pants are tight now as a 24, and I'm just like, you know what, this is not happening. I don't want to go up any bigger. You know how hard it is to shop for that size and spending $50 on a pair of pants, and I was weighing myself every day, and I would lose a pound, I'd gain 2 pounds. I think that was the hardest thing, is knowing that I failed, and I don't want to fail anymore. That's my big thing.
After deciding to have bariatric surgery, Teresa began months of preparation and discussed options with her physician.
I think I've prepared myself really well, especially cutting back eating. I'm not hitting the candy machine at work anymore, and everybody at work's really supportive. I had my doubts about it in the beginning, and as if everything, you worry, but I think I'm ready.
I can't say I wish that there was something that I had known before I had the surgery, because I did so much research before I had the surgery. What I wish I had done was had the surgery earlier.
I think what's something that's important to discuss is just researching your options. I think there's a lot of helpful information on both of the procedures.
I've even recommended to people to almost walk the walk for a few months before. Try to do the diet, try to cut down your portions, try to do some more exercise, try to almost emulate what your life is going to be like after the surgery to see if you're going to be able to stick with it.
Just move forward in your way of thinking and make it part of your life. It's a lifestyle. It's not something you're just doing for the minute. It's something you do for life. So
give yourself that permission to be successful and to lose the weight and to keep it off and to be the person that you always knew that you could be.
Nadine LeBlanc, a hairstylist in Los Angeles, California, had bariatric surgery just 2 weeks ago. She's already experiencing positive changes in her body, her weight, and her health.
The main reason I decided to have the bariatric surgery is I have tried every diet, and I'd lose, think I was cute, and then start eating and gaining back and more. I knew I wasn't going to go out like this. I got too much living to do. I'm on a mission, and I have to get healthy again so that I can enjoy the rest of my life.
Nadine has a passion for travel. Recently, she's been on safari in South Africa, traveled to Ghana, and has visited Egypt and the Valley of the Kings.
Last summer, I went to Egypt and to Ghana, and it was 118 degrees in Egypt, and we were in the Valley of the Kings to see the tombs. And my knees hurt too much to walk to the temples and to the tombs. To go that far and not be able to enjoy everything that I went there for told me it was time to do something. When I was in Ghana, I didn't do the canopy walk because there were stairs to climb. I'd go all the way to the rainforest and not see the one thing I really wanted to see and participate in. I got to reclaim my health, and that's why I did it. When I awoke, and my daughter was there for me, and the nurses were right there to help me, I was walking that same night. The same night they got me out of the bed, and I was walking down the hallways of the hospital. No more high blood pressure medicine, no more high cholesterol medicine. Then each month, my menu increases, but there's some things I'll never be able to have.
Nadine has been at home the 2 weeks since her operation and is becoming accustomed to life after surgery.
Well, I had the surgery 2 weeks ago, and I'm so excited about it because it's like a new beginning. Here's my dining room. I like to entertain, so now when we have our dinner parties and everyone's sitting down eating, I won't eat until I'm stuffed. I'll just eat a small portion, take my time and chew, but we're still gonna have a wonderful time, but I'll be able to control my appetite now. Now I actually sit down every morning for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner without a newspaper, without looking at TV, and I enjoy my meal.
Nadine is anxious to start work again in her hair salon. She plans to resume her normal schedule in several weeks.
"3 months after surgery, I was taking off all medication. To me, that is what was my goal was to be successful and not be dependent on meds.
I think for me, success is not only getting to the goal, which I did, but now trying to maintain and stay there and not go back in the opposite direction ever again. I think I'm doing a pretty good job.
Success for me, it's just being able to be a part of my family.
Success for me is not feeling embarrassed in front of my children and their friends anymore.
I'm here. I'm healthy. I'm almost at my goal, and I'm going to be here for the next, hopefully, 20 years with my children. I've done it. I'm doing it, so that's very successful to me.
In Cape Cod, Massachusetts, April Kohler, a mental health counselor, had bariatric surgery a year and a half ago. She has lost over 100 pounds.
Well, I had this surgery because I would have to say that I feel like I was in the wrong body. I definitely was in the wrong body. I had done a bunch of research on dieting, and through researching it, realized that 95% of diets fail. And in coming across that, I realized that that was just never going to work for me.
April's weight rose to 289 pounds and began to cause medical problems for her after she turned 30. She developed arthritis from the extra weight on her joints, and doctors told her she would probably develop diabetes in several years.
And I realized it was the right thing for me to do after I did the research, so.
Now she weighs 148 pounds and runs, swims, and bikes.
I was basically overweight because my portions were too big. And so through this, I've really learned a portion. The main thing that I do now is I actually log all my food every day. And this was like in the beginning, all you had to concentrate was on liquid and proteins. I still do the logging. I also have like little exercise journals and where I have stars over all the days that I log. But the logging really actually helps reinforce the behavior. So it's like one of the best things that I've learned.
Hi, April.
Hello.
How are you?
Great.
Wonderful. You look fabulous.
Feel great.
And how much is your total weight loss?
106 pounds.
106 pounds. Wow. Terrific.
Yes, on surgery. Oh, I'm running and I'm weightlifting and I'm riding the bike. I'm actually training for a mini triathlon in June, so.
Wow, is this going to be your first triathlon?
My first, yeah. It's a 5K run, it's a 10-mile bike ride, and a 1/4 mile swim in the ocean.
Wow, you are going to feel so fabulous after that.
The main thing I've learned over this whole thing is that the surgery is just a small portion of it. And that basically everything afterwards that you do with your mind and your mouth and your hands is really about 95% of the success. You have to completely get rid of your old relationship with food and get a new one.
Going to an amusement park with my kids for the first time in 15 years.
And getting on the ride.
And getting on a ride that I actually could sit in and not be embarrassed about sitting in the seat and, oh, we can't seat belt you in.
With me, flying for the first time in a long time, not having to ask for an extra seat belt to put across me, because I was always very embarrassed about that.
I guess my appearance just, I've always been a real outgoing person, but I was kind of hesitant about just going into social situations because of my size. I always felt like I was being judged based on how I looked, and going somewhere and then actually being complimented and being told that they could see the outer me changing and people actually accepting me now.
One of the big things with my kids is they always wanted to play Twister. Well, when Mommy was 266 pounds, Twister wasn't happening. And my little one and me are very close, and he couldn't understand why I couldn't play Twister. And now that I've lost all the weight, I can do anything with my children.
And for me, I have had just a 100% lifestyle change and have no regrets whatsoever.
It's been nearly 2 years since Judy Sims in Boston, Massachusetts, had bariatric surgery. Prior to the surgery, Judy weighed 347 pounds, and she was suffering from many comorbidities. She couldn't walk upstairs, across the street, or even tie her own shoes. Now, at 173 pounds, she walks 10 miles a day. Judy has lost over 130 pounds.
Well, usually I'll get up and I'll do my vegetables or whatever I'm gonna make for that day, get meals ready and planned for the week, and then I'll maybe do some exercise. It's been snowing, so I might take a little walk up the street and see if my friend needs her walkway shoveled. And hi, honey, how you doing today?
Oh, pretty good. How are you?
Good, very good, honey. I just came over to check on your walkway. I don't know. I got all this energy now. I don't know what to do with it. It used to be that I couldn't get out of that chair over there. I sat in the chair constantly all day long and did nothing. Now I'm up and out and around, and it's incredible. I went from not being able to do anything to doing absolutely everything.
So, tell me, how you doing?
Excellent.
You look
excellent,
terrific.
Incredible. You have no idea the difference in my life.
Oh, yeah.
None.
You must feel wonderful.
Oh, Wendy, it's incredible.
So, from your surgery, you've lost about a person.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And more for
and
some.
More, right, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So you lost about 133 of these?
Wow, that is
and more than 26 of these.
God. Oh my God, look at that. Wow.
So isn't that amazing?
All right,
you're a trooper. Take care.
All right. Away we go. My life has changed so much because of you people. It is amazing. Amazing.
I don't even recognize you.
I know you
anymore.
don't.
I really
See?
don't.
And I see patients come in with a smile on their face. So this is a procedure that will change the rest of your life. Remember that the bariatric surgical team is there to help you.
Absolutely. Thanks again.
Bye-bye now.